Continuing my rebuild of the ZX81 game Caverns, never released on the ZX81. In the last video I got the first piece of animation working with blocks or inverse X characters falling. In this video I'll continue with adding more animation. When the player picks up the first mithril, or the M character, the icicles or cross characters start falling randomly. On the ZX81, the random column to drop the icicle from was found using the frame system variable. In TypeScript I was able to use a JavaScript function to get a random column. On the spectrum next I looked for a routine that would generate a random number between 0 and 255, then reset the highest 3 bits to get a number between 0 and 31 for the 32 columns on the display grid. Things didn't quite go to plan with my first attempt. I looked at a couple of routines before finding one that seemed reasonably random. I might need to swap this if it isn't doing the job. When I port back to the ZX81 I can swap this out for something that works with the ZX81. For testing purposes I set the icicles to start falling immediately, and you can see this happening on the first screen once I'd fixed my problem. Next I went on to the lifts. Each screen can have up to 4 lifts. They all go in different directions. On the ZX81 I had written 4 separate pieces of code to do this. I figured I would do this with one piece of code on the next, as they do the same thing just in different directions. The lifts and bridges are set up for each screen in a settings binary file, one per screen. So first the code finds the location for the correct binary file. It then reads the parameters for the end of the lift and how long it is. This is the X position, this is the Y position, and this is the length. The code simply stores the character at the end of the lift, then moves the characters across one character, then puts the end character on the other end. Once the player's character is added, I'll add some more code which pauses the lift if the character is at the end of the lift. First I got one lift working, then I worked on the other lifts and got all 4 working. Then I assumed that the other screens would all work okay. I was wrong. So my next session will start with debugging the 2 screens where the lifts aren't working before going on to the next piece of animation. I'm thinking of the bridges, the spaceship or the tank, but that's for another day.